Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video I would like to discuss Cardano, so let's get right into it. So we have been seeing this descending resistance. This is for sure something I think is absolutely important. We have seen this descending resistance for a while, for quite a long while actually, and what I think is important to know is that we have been able once more to break out above this range. So that was something I wanted to discuss immediately. As well, what I think is important on the 4-hourly time frame, I enabled the 200-day moving average. That's the thin purple line, and what you can clearly see is that we have been rejected several times underneath the 200-day moving average. We have not been able to hold strong on top of it, and not even the last time we saw a breakout above it. We went straight back below it, and right now personally I think we will expect once more a major move once we see continuation of this movement towards the upside, an increase in price action, and as well a breakout above the 200-day moving average. What else is clearly important right now is actually very significant, is that we are forming once more a higher low. This is for sure very important, and we are holding strong on top of this ascending support line. Therefore I am actually super bullish on Cardano, especially once we see a breakout occur above the 200-day moving average. I personally think that we could perhaps head once more towards the creation of a higher high, and therefore we would still be inside of an uptrend, creating each time higher highs and as well each time higher lows, as you could clearly see. So that is for sure important right now. And this being said, I would like to discuss a few things. Actually, I would like to get started by taking a look at the EMA ribbon. This is the very first time that we are able to break out above the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly time frame after it became a level of resistance on top of us. This is for me absolutely important, but what does look extraordinary is actually the 1-hourly time frame. Over here we are seeing, after a long period of time, we have seen a breakout occur above the EMA ribbon, and we are not getting rejected. And what I think is absolutely good to know is that if we are right now seeing a continuation of this momentum towards the upside, we can for sure expect that the EMA ribbon will be a level of support underneath us, and therefore I'm very glad we have seen this breakout occur, and I personally think that further continuation is absolutely likely. Right now I would like to enable the MACD. On the MACD you can clearly see that on the 1-hourly time frame we have seen a continuation of this momentum towards the upside. That is for sure something I think is absolutely marvelous. It does look absolutely good, and if we head a little bit further, what you can clearly see on the 4-hourly time frame is that we just saw the crossover occur several hours ago at midnight, and we have experienced momentum towards the upside ever since that point in time. Yes, for sure I think there will be a minor setback before heading even further, but I personally think that we will actually see exponential growth right now, for sure heading towards the $2.19 range, where I personally would like to see Cardano break out above and hold strong on top. As we saw previously, this is something that did occur in the past, but I think it will be actually very good for the overall trend, therefore being a one step closer towards a breakout even further towards 0.382 at $2.36. And if we are able actually to hold strong on top of this range, we will clearly be seeing a higher high getting created, and that is exactly what I personally would like to see occur on Cardano during the upcoming days, because we will be seeing a very bullish pattern getting itself formed. But what type of pattern are we seeing? Therefore I would like to head towards the 1-hourly time frame. If we take a look at the 1-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that during a very long period of time we have been creating higher highs. And what I think is absolutely important is that if I measure this exactly like this, you can clearly see that we are seeing a broadening wedge getting itself formed. We have seen multiple touch points on top of this ascending support zone, and we have also seen multiple touch points underneath this ascending resistance. Why is this so important? Is because if we are going to see a major breakout occur, you will have to measure the breakout exactly like this by selecting the first touch point on top of the ascending support all the way towards the touch point where we got rejected. And therefore I am personally expecting a major breakout once we are going to break out above the previous level where we got rejected, and that breakout is going to be insane, because if we see this breakout occur above this range, let's say at this point in time at approximately $2.32, we can expect a major breakout outside of this pattern. What I'm showing you here is a potential breakout of approximately, let's take a quick look, 17%, heading towards the $2.64 level. And I'm personally very glad if we're going to see such a major breakout occur on Cardano. But what we have to do before being able to see this exponential breakout, we have to be able to head towards the 0.382 range, break out above it, hold strong on top of it, and see further growth afterwards. So therefore I am monitoring Cardano very closely. Lastly, I would like to discuss what the RSI is telling us. On the RSI, on the 1 hourly time frame, you can clearly see that we are a little bit overextended. We are heading towards the upper part on the RSI, and once we break out above the dotted line, and it's very likely that we are going to see a minor decline in price action before heading even further towards the upside. So that is actually something you would like to take into consideration, but we are not seeing any type of bearish divergences right now. So therefore I am actually quite glad the overall structure on the RSI looks very good. And lastly, on the 4 hourly time frame, what we would like to see is for sure further continuation. You can clearly see that we have plenty of space on the 4 hourly RSI. We are still seeing that minor bullish divergence due to the fact that we created a higher low and a lower low. This does not have influence anymore, but for sure we saw what we were expecting for quite a long time. We are seeing increase ever since that point in time, and we clearly held strong on top of this ascending support. That does absolutely look very good to me. And what my personal target is for Cardano during the upcoming days, if we are able to break out above the 0.382 Fibonacci at $2.36, I personally think, as I discussed previously, that it is likely that we will reach the $2.64 range afterwards, due to the fact that we will be breaking out outside of this broadening wedge. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do not forget to follow me on Twitter. Down below in the description, below social and info, you will be able to check out my Twitter. Do not forget to do so, and have a nice day.